After promo, regular rates apply.
Well, Detroit baseball is back. And spring break is just around the corner. There's never been a better time to head down to Lakeland, Florida, where it's warm and sunny year-round. And there's plenty of outdoor activities, fun for the whole family, and best of all, catch spring training of your Detroit Tigers. That's right, you can kick back and relax in the warm sun and watch the Tigers get ready for the season. Doesn't sound too bad, does it? It's all happening down in Lakeland, Florida's sweet spot. Go to visitcentralflorida.com to plan your trip.
The Detroit Red Wings play the Boston Bruins. Pre-game Saturday at 12:45 on 97.1 The Ticket.
Coach Scott Anderson, 97.1 The Ticket. Open lines, 248-539-9797. Feedback coming in. Greg writes in regarding Michigan. I will root for them to win, but part of me just wants the torture to end. No Moss, no Moss. Yeah, I mean, I hear you. I think this Michigan team has been pretty frustrating. But I mean, would it shock you if they were in the Sweet 16 again?
If Michigan were?
Yeah. That would probably be 3 wins in the tournament because we mentioned the Dayton Tractor Man. They seem to be getting pulled towards. But
I don't know. Shocked is the wrong word. I'd be surprised.
I wouldn't expect it.
I certainly
I wouldn't expect it. But the collection of talent, it doesn't feel impossible. Unnamed texter, Juwan drew up a beautiful play at Illinois, and Joey Baker just airballed. At some point, the player's got to execute, too. That is true. But he did get a wide-open 3 when they were down 3. Chris in Houston, who then writes, not Chris Houston, says, great. I was going to skip the gym today, but now I have to go and shoot 16 free throws cold. You changed my entire morning.
Good luck.
We did the Rutgers Challenge here at the station. We got a little half-court deal over the other side of the building. And last time Michigan played Rutgers went 5 of 16 from the free throw line. So we all went to see if we could make more than 5 of 16, and we all did. I hit 7, Gator hit 8, Kang hit 11. Evan hit 8. We all did better at Rutgers that day. Now, let me be clear. We're not implying that standing at the free throw line in a pressure situation, in an arena packed with people looking at you in a Big Ten basketball game, you'll be able to do that. Just saying, getting the swing. Let's get back to your open line calls. We got a Tom here at 97.1. Hi, Tom.
Hey, Peter.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, this Michigan basketball team, like you said, this might boil down to be like the year of what could have been, possibly. It's so frustrating. Like that Indiana game. They're like, right towards the end of the game, like, they try to force feed the ball to Hunter, and he gets the ball, then he gets it slapped away from him twice. He couldn't hang on to the ball. That's what Hunter Dickinson. It's like, come on, dude. And then it doesn't seem like we ever have anybody wide open on the baseline like we used to in years past. It just, I don't know if it's Juwan's fault. I'm thinking it might be more Juwan's fault. But we just don't have guys getting open like they should, and then they keep trying to force it to Hunter, and he's been doing good, but then, like I said, that Indiana game, and you got to hang on to the ball, man. You can't get it slapped out of your hands, and that just killed them.
Yeah, it happened twice. Down the stretch. Yeah. It's funny, Tom. A group of people were texting about that game as it was going on, and everybody was saying the same thing. Yeah, 12-point lead, whatever. Talk to me in 8 minutes. Talk to me in 6 minutes. And I don't think Juwan's having a great year. And he's won a Big Ten. I think every team he's had at Michigan's gone to the Sweet 16. I know they've got one of the better tournament records of Big Ten teams under Juwan Howard, but some years are going to be better than others, and this does not feel like he's having his best year. All that can change so quickly, though. If you get in and you make it to the second weekend, it feels like much will be forgiven, because the thing about college basketball is, I say 9797. If you want to get into Michigan basketball or the Lamar Jackson stuff with the Lions being a 3-1 favorite, according to Bet Online, a story that broke right before we ended our show yesterday. Ken, you were chomping at the bit to say something at the end of the last segment, but...
No, there's nobody... It seems like nobody really wants Lamar Jackson here, right? When we get any feedback, calls, texts, whatever, I would do it. I know I'm in the minority. I think, I'm also a big Anthony Richard draft him early guy, because I think you need to look at your possible next quarterback, because obviously I'm not completely sold on Jared Goff, because if you are, you're going to have to pay him $45-50 million a year at some point. Now, you do not have to do anything right now. You let the season play out. If Jared Goff plays the same as he did last year, yeah, I'd pay him, because that's the going rate for a quarterback that plays that well. I'm not so sure he will, so I want to have a plan ready, right? Now, like I said, I'm a Richardson guy. If you're lucky, the high end of Richardson, which he'll never achieve, is, but the high end is he's like some kind of combination of Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, right? Like something insane, you throw the ball around, whatever. That's like, oh my God, the next
Jesus.
Exactly, he's voice of an angel. But if you're lucky, even, right? Because we all know, no matter who you pick, quarterback or not, it's a risk. There's always risk, but you don't know. If you're lucky, Anthony Richardson's Lamar Jackson. I'll take Lamar Jackson then, right?
If your goal is to get the next Lamar Jackson, or just get Lamar Jackson,
yes,
take Lamar Jackson.
And he's 26 years old, and you still keep your 6th overall pick to draft Witherspoon or Wilson, whoever you want defensively.
But you have to pay Lamar Jackson, and you don't have to pay Anthony Richardson.
No, but also Lamar Jackson plays right away, and who you draft is going to have to sit for a year or two. Let me ask you right now, do you think the odds of the Lions winning the North or over 100 games goes up or down if they get Lamar Jackson, or stays the same?
I think it might go up slightly.
I think it goes up, and I think there's a reason for that.
Let me back up. I think it goes up. I feel more comfortable saying it's going to go up with the resources they have that they wouldn't have to give up for. I think it goes up either way.
So you're saying after free agency it goes up?
I think after free agency and the draft, the Lions' chances of winning the North are going to go up, because the Lions have better resources than every other team in this division, with the exception of the Bears. But the Bears are further away. The Bears have more cap space and they got great draft capital, but they're further away than the Lions. So I like the chances. Do I think it goes up with Lamar Jackson? Yep. Do I think it goes up more with them using the resources they have at their disposal right now? Yes. It's a good spot to be in, actually.
Right? So I think it's debatable, but either way, let's say you're worried about this year's free agent class, which I understand, because if you spend a lot of money on Lamar, you won't have money on the free agent class. What you do is you backload the deal a little bit then. Deshaun Watson basically made nothing his first year because they knew that he was going to get suspended and fined, so they put that money way in the back. They could do the same with Lamar Jackson and go get Bobby Wagner or Cam Sutton or Dean, because, like I said, you move that money with Lamar back. The thing is, Lamar Jackson he's 26 years old in his prime, and he's he just wins football games. Now, he hasn't done it consistently in the playoffs, but he has won a playoff game, right? 46-19 as a starter. The injury concerns people had the last 2 years, yeah, I understand that, but I also feel like the guy wasn't going to play last year without a guaranteed deal once he got dinged up a little bit. Why risk it? Some may say, well, then I don't want him on my team, but this is a business for both teams, for the team and for the player. If he had a guaranteed contract and he was 80%, I bet you he would have played. But he didn't have a guaranteed contract, so he said, you know what? I'm going to sit this out. They were 8-4 before he got hurt. Would they finish the season? 10-7 or 9-8, something like that, right?
Yeah.
They need him. That's why this whole thing's so strange. They really need him because he's a really good football player. And I think with this team, Lamar Jackson, people say, well, take his running away. I'm sorry. Are we allowed to take things away from players to do their job? No.
Yeah.
Right?
Look, there's appeal to it. I'm just saying. For me, I think the better path is keep the resources and build that.
I get that. And also, another thing is, the 2 first-round picks people worry about, you don't want to give up, that's nothing compared to what you have to usually give up for these quarterbacks.
I'm not terribly concerned. I agree with you. I'm not terribly concerned about giving up 2 first-round picks for a guy like Lamar Jackson, who's 26 years old. I'm advocating drafting Hendon Hooker and stashing him for a year and see what you have on the other side of that. and maybe even 2 years. So he might not be 27 until he takes his first snap, meaningful snap for the Lions, if that were to happen for the Lions. And we're talking about Lamar Jackson, who's already an MVP, who's only a year older. There's a lot to like with Lamar Jackson. There's some things to not like as much. I think I would want, look, the Lions, if they're interested, you'd have to do a big, you'd have to really talk to him, find out where his head's at as to what happened last year at the end of the season. Did you sit out because you were hurt? Did you sit out because your ego was hurt? Because what it did was it cost his, it cost his team a little bit by sitting out. Now, if he was legitimately hurt for all that time, then so be it.
248-539-9797. Phone calls, feedback. We'll get to much of that as we continue here on Carson Anderson, 97.1 The Ticket. Did you know that DFCU Financial offers great programs such as the Gratitude?
I get 20 of the chocolate glazed Timbits and a large Coke. And that's it. Thanks.